Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. When I last left you guys, we had just finished up Chapter 19 in Rouston Court here, and now that we finished that, we have a few new landmarks added to the map, in fact several. First and foremost, you will notice that there is a path leading upward out of Rouston and across the water, back to Port Kiris, which is where we were supposed to go way back when in Chapter 9, when we arrived here, was to take this boat across the water here and end up here, and end up in Rouston a lot quicker. Well, that didn't end up happening, so now that we've made it here, they decided to add that as another route back over here in case there's monsters in your way, which, as you can see, there is. And this is actually the only spot on the map that has a battle map associated with it that is never played throughout the story. You never go here during a story chapter, but you can have like monster skirmishes here if one of them shows up, and there is a map associated with it. You just haven't seen it yet. It's not a very good map either. It's actually really boring. But at any rate, you also never got to see Grotto Keep. You never got to see all this stuff down along the south that you do during Ephraim's route. That's okay. Also added to the map is this area right here, just south of Rouston Court, and that is the Lagdao Ruins. So this place is very similar to the Tower of Valny that we saw once upon a time over here. And the tower has 8 different levels to it, and once you reach the top, you finish the tower. There's nothing but monsters in it. There's random treasure in it, that kind of deal. It's like a good grind spot for, you know, low-level units, maybe not that I haven't quite promoted yet. Lagdao Ruins is the same thing. However, the monsters you fight in here are considerably tougher. I believe they're all promoted, with the exception of a couple. So this is definitely for advanced level units only, and there are 10 floors to it, as opposed to only 8. And getting to the end of Lagdao Ruins is a slog. It is very challenging, very tedious, and it will take you a long time. I'm not going to go over Lagdao Ruins right now. I know I showed you guys the tower and what that was like before. I'm not going to bust into here right this minute. It'll take a long time. Quite frankly, I don't feel like taking the time to do it. We don't need the training either. That being said, you have the option of clearing the tower and the ruins during the post-game, which I do believe I am going to show you guys. I think I've decided upon doing some post-game stuff, so we'll come there some other time. Right now, the next spot on our map is actually the last spot on our map. This is Darkling Woods over here, specifically the Black Temple that resides within Darkling Woods. And this is supposedly where the Demon Kings was defeated. So this is our last area that we're going to. This is going to encompass Chapter 20 as well as the final chapter. Once we start here, we don't get to leave. So I've gone ahead and beefed up all of my guys. They have the best equipment they can possibly have at this point in the game, including all the Sacred Twin relics, with the exception of Ivaldi. I don't have anyone capable of using that. La Rochelle and Mulder only have D rank and light, so they're nowhere close. If I had kept using Archer, he might have been a decent candidate for it, but he's not here, sadly. And we also do not have Gleipnir, the Dark Tome, because nobody on my team is capable of using Dark Magic. We didn't bother to train Noel, we didn't bother to train Ewan, so we're not using the Dark Tome. That's fine, because the Dark Tome actually isn't good against monsters, unlike every other Sacred Twin relic. So, that being said, we've got everybody beefed up and ready to go, and we are going to dive right into it. So again, this is going to encompass the next final 2 chapters, and we don't get to leave. So I've already saved, I've already outfitted everyone, let's get right into it. Yeah. Last one. So we gotta make sure that we don't let Erica have this one. The Demons of Darkling Woods. Go figure that they're closest to Rouston, which is like the sanctified, holy center of the continent. They can kind of stave them off, I suppose. Oh, lovely. That's kind of gross, actually. The once pristine forest is now consumed by disease and venom and lovely. Yeah, great. Oh, so if it's not really he's not really a corpse if he's not dead then, huh? Yeah, this Demon King sounds like a delightful fellow. And what is that, you might be asking? Well, we'll get to see. Hideous fiends roam in increasing numbers. We love hideous fiends, don't we? And this is it. Chapter 20, Darkling Woods. We're getting to the end here. And there's Leon, of course. Still possessed by the Demon King, of course. Whoa, who's that guy? So this guy is also a dragon. Myrrh was his name. These woods will witness your defeat. Oh. Huh. And sadly, we don't get to see an exchange between the two of them after that. Why is Seth still here? The lingering energies are the source of all these monsters. By the way, Myrrh, we're going to let Myrrh loose in this chapter because she's going to be awesome. So that dude that Leon was talking to there is Myrrh's father. That was Myrrh, by the way. The Black Temple of the Demon King. My father stands guard near it. Yeah, this corrupt, evil forest is where this adorable little girl is from. Oh, interesting. It's not actually her father then, it's her foster father. It's funny because Myrrh is actually hundreds of years old. She's not actually a little girl at all. We're under attack! The Dark Children. Oh, good lord, there's a lot of them. Okay. Oh yeah, it's Reeve again. He's not dead. So, Leon is going to try to attempt to resurrect the Demon King, which is awesome. He's not really Leon any longer, as we all know. He's been possessed, so at any rate, we get 18 dudes for this map. We're not going to be bringing anywhere near that many, because I don't want to. At any rate, we are going to bring all the people that I kitted out, obviously. We're not bringing Joshua. Unfortunately, Joshua is proven to be a little bit lackluster. He's only level 2 also, and I don't really want to bring him, so we're not going to. I don't think we're going to need Rennick, but I'll double check. Let me see if there's anything worth stealing on this map. If not, then we will not be bringing him. So as you can see, we start in this little side corner here with a mountain range and a bunch of thick forests. We kind of have to wrap around and go up this way and around to get to the Black Temple here. There is a southern path also, but it's ranged with thick mountains and thickets. So very few units can actually traverse this way. Flyers is a good way to go. But this place is crawling with monsters. And as you can see here, these are promoted bone walkers. These are wights. We have Gorgons again. Lovely. I love these guys. I brought Restore Staffs this time, by the way, so if we get petrified, then that's not going to be a big deal. These are the only unpromoted monsters, it appears, these regular Moguls. We also have Arc Moguls, I think, somewhere. Maybe not. Oh, yep, here's one right here, an Arc Mogul. And, of course, he's got Shadow Shot. Lovely. More wights. We have promoted Tarvos. These are called Malduins. You saw these before. They were a boss in one of the other chapters. What you have not seen yet are these things. Cyclops. They are gigantic, and they wield huge axes, and they suck, and I don't like them. They're basically big old meat shields. They aren't that hard to contend with. You just gotta wail on them a bunch. What did I just say? Wow. More down here. We've got Gorgons And more whites. I guess there's some gargoyles here. These aren't promoted either. I don't see any death goyles anywhere. But anyway, we've got Reeve again. He's got an Oratome again. He found another one, but we don't drop this one this time. He's a bit tougher than he was last time. Actually, I lied. He had the same exact stats, doesn't he? Yeah, he totally does. So he's going to go down like a wuss yet again. And then finally we have, unfortunately, Myrrh turned into a Draco zombie. Well, he still says Monarch for his class. He's actually a Draco zombie. But you'll see here, he's got a count of 25. He's a freaking dragon. He has Wretched Air. This is Dragon Corpse. It's like Rotting Breath. The problem with this particular ability, it doesn't say here, but it ignores your defense. So when he attacks you with Wretched Air, you will take 36 damage, whether you like it or not, unless you dodge it somehow. And you'll see here, he's got pretty beefed up stats. 24 defense, 18 resistance. That's pretty solid. But because he counts as a monster, all of our Sacred Twin relics will do effective damage against him, including Myrrh's Divine Dragonstone, by the way. And also, the Sacred Twins is going to wreck every single monster in this entire map. I'm probably going to use them sparingly. We don't have that many uses of them. But at any rate, so let's see if there's anything worth stealing on this map. I don't believe that there is. I think everything good, they just drop. You can't steal these monster weapons. So there is a glitch, actually, that you can do that allows you to steal a Wretched Air away from dragon zombies. This is not the last one we're going to see, by the way. But if you manage to steal a Wretched Air from a Draco zombie and give it to Myrrh, it has infinite uses, as you can see here, and it does increase stats. Not quite as much as her Divine Stone does. But that is an option, by the way, if you manage to pull a glitch off of giving Myrrh an infinite use weapon, and allows her to continue to be useful after her Dragonstone breaks. I'm not going to go into details of the glitch because, honestly, I don't think I've ever actually successfully pulled it off. It is a little bit difficult, but if you can do it, it allows you to keep using Myrrh after her stone breaks. So anyway, we got a lot of dudes to contend with, and we got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time, so let's go ahead and get into formation. We are going to be using Myrrh quite extensively this chapter because she's going to wreck every single monster on here, and honestly, I want to get her leveled up to a point where she's actually, reliably usable, so we are going to be using Myrrh. We're going to send Cormag and Tana over the mountains because they're going to contend with some dudes there. I guess we can leave... we'll have Mr. Molder right up near the front here, along with Garrick. Luke can be right behind. We'll have Tethys near the front. Franz is going to have to be a little closer than all these other folks. That should do it. Alright. So let's get rolling, shall we? And this is going to be a long one just because of the sheer amount of dudes. This is definitely going to be a two-parter. I'm hoping to make it not a three-parter, but we'll see. So first things first, we're not going to run into combat immediately, only because it's going to take a minute for us to get into position. We've got Iron Blade on Gilliam, by the way, as I mentioned, which is amazing. We'll just go ahead and get everybody moved up. And I've got Sacred Twin guns, so that's going to be really fun when the time comes. I brought my Hammer and Staff on La Rochelle for when Regan Life is in need of fixing, which is going to be any time now. Might as well support Ephraim and Erica since I've got the time to. Well, there you go. Yeah, it's a little interesting. I think this continued interaction between the two of them is where a lot of the theory stems from, that they're like an incestuous couple. Again, they are not. It's been officially clarified that they are not. But this kind of stuff, it's unusual for people like us living in a present-day situation where I guess siblings aren't quite as close as once upon a time they might have been. So I understand if this is uncomfortable for some people, or maybe that's reinforcing their incorrect opinion, but again, it's just they're a very close couple, and by couple I mean siblings, not actually a couple. Oh wow, she's starting to get pissed off. At any rate, moving on, we're gonna get Garrick up in front here. That'll be fun. I'm gonna try to get his sword rank to A rank so we can use the Adhulma. He's almost there. Needs a little bit more, I think. But Alhuma is going to be amazing. Plus 5 resistance on that sucker. Yeah, he'll be unstoppable at that point. And Nami's going to need a little bit more of a bump to get to S rank so she can use Nidhogg. That will be fun too. And Lute, believe it or not, needs a little more of a push to use Excalibur. She's not going to need Excalibur. She's already stupidly strong, but Myrrh actually is a flying unit now, by the way, so she can actually cross over the trees here. And I went ahead and gave her the Philly Shield, so she will be able to take hits from bows and not be killed immediately. So we're going to go ahead and dance. So Myrrh can actually fly over. She actually is a flying unit. She can actually fly over everything. That's nice. So this stupid Gorgon, however, might be an issue. She's got 27... Actually, I lied. She's got 27 resistance. She'll be fine. Technically, that stone thing, by the way, is technically regarded as a staff, so the higher your resistance, the more likely you'll be able to dodge it. So we're going to immediately wreck this poor sod of a white. And Myrrh turns into a giant dragon and crits the guy for 174 damage. Completely unnecessary, but she did it anyway. And you'll see she gets 2 points of HP and 2 points of defense on her level up because she has over 100% growth in those two stats, which is awesome. And these guys probably are not going to be able to touch her. 17, 15, 17, 15. Yeah, she's got effectively 19 defense. So they can't hurt her. And even if this silly jerk were to use Demon Surge, 25, she's got 27 res, none of them can touch her. Unless she somehow gets petrified, even then they can't hurt her. They'll crit against her for nothing, but it won't actually kill her. So she'll be fine. We're going to send Tana into battle here. What do these guys all have? Hopefully none of them have Dragon Spears. That would be really unfortunate. Oh, they have a Lance Reaver over there, it seems. Why don't we take that guy out first? And we'll go ahead and use Iron Blade Cormag here. You see whites take on this sickly purple appearance instead of their typical bone white-looking Bone Walker equivalent. That's going to be capped strength for Cormag, I do believe. At 27. Why don't I take a double quick look here? Don't need 2 Lance Reavers. Yep, that is capped strength for Cormag. He is now a Wrecking Ball. As if he wasn't before, but now he's an extra Wrecking Ball. Could use Vidofner to one-shot this dude, but that's a little bit over the top, so we're just going to Silver Lance him. I like having a couple of reliable flying units that can just kind of take over and wreck everything on their own. Strength and skill for Tana, I love it. More luck, of course. Now, I gotta be careful. I brought Rennick. I didn't need to. Why did I bring Rennick? That's okay. I wasn't gonna bring anybody else. Now, I want to try to use La Rochelle a little bit more in combat so she can get to higher ranks of light magic usage. Soon. It happens soon. Yeah. Yeah, you said that last time. A Draco zombie. Yeah, it's a fine weapon. Keep laughing, dude. Keep laughing. We get these pathetic little gargoyles that are going to try to land some damage on me. Oh, jeez, that's poison. Come on. Of course, I didn't pack an antitoxin. I've got Restore Staves, but I guess Tethys has an antitoxin. I could fly back and borrow that from her, but it's not really worth it, considering these guys are incapable of hurting Cormag. I guess they can. Yeah, but a few damage here and there is not going to be that big of a deal to him. He does not care. If I give him a lance to use, he'd be taking even less damage. But right now he's got his Iron Blade, because that's what you do. And these silly morons are going to keep going for Myrrh, and she's going to keep getting stronger. Every time she kills one, she's going to level up. Another crit on her Divine Dragonstone. That's a huge critical hit rate I just noticed. Like, holy smokes. Only 1 point of defense that time instead of 2, but she got 2 more points of HP. She's going to have a lot of HP, too, by the way, by the time she reaches level 20. But again, these sorry sacks can't even hurt her, as it stands. As she just breathes holy fire in their faces. This is the best time to unleash Myrrh, by the way, is this chapter. She'll absolutely destroy everything. There we go, 2 points of defense that time. Only 1 of HP, though. Has she gotten resistance yet? I don't think she has. The unfortunate reality is that the Dragonstone does not get to counter at distance like it can in later games, so that Archer is going to be able to attack her with impunity. She won't get hurt, but the fact that he can still hit her at all is really annoying. And she can't counter, I mean. We're going to kill the Gorgon, though, when we have the opportunity to, because Gorgons are annoying and I don't like them very much. I could have given the Philly Shield to either Tana or Cormag, but honestly, they don't need it. Cormag has got decent enough defense, he doesn't need to worry about it, and Tana's not going to get hit by anything. So, as we witnessed once upon a time with her ability to dodge every blasted thing in the world, back in Chapter 13, I think it was? 13 or 14? It was 13. So yeah, not even the Steel Bow does anything. And now she's starting to dodge instead of just straight up tanking things, which is even better. Yes, throw your javelins at me with your 6% hit rate as I stand here and laugh at you. And here comes the Stone Tome. Well, unfortunately it did petrify her. But that's okay, I will get her restored thusly. So you'll see those little cave entrances in the mountains is where enemies will respawn out of. We see some death goyles pop out of this one. I'm not a fan of death goyles, they are annoying, and we got some more Cyclops up here, who are also annoying. So Myrrh is now petrified, unfortunately, but we can get somebody over to her, hopefully that can restore her quickly. I could just use Latona and heal her immediately, but I don't want to waste that, so we will get La Rochelle up there as quick as we can. In fact, why don't I have somebody pick her up and drop her off up there? We'll have Franz do it. No, he's a little far back. How far can Tethys move? Far enough. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. In fact, yeah, that'll work. We'll have Ephraim do it. So, take La Rochelle and drop her there. And Tethys can move all the way up here to dance for her. We'll go ahead and drop a restore on Myrrh, so she's no longer petrified, because petrification sucks. There we go. That'll clear her right up. Now she can move again, actually, right away, which is nice. So we're going to have her clear out that stupid Gorgon by immediately wrecking it in the face. That'll be another level up for her. 2 points of defense there and 2 points of HP. Go ahead and get the whole crew moved up here as well, including Mr. Silverblade Garrick here. That'll be awesome. It already is awesome. Who am I kidding? But all right, we'll put Loot in. I'm gonna give Loot some thunder magic. Or not thunder, but lightning. It's funny that lightning is light and thunder is not. But what do I know? Anyway, we'll get Rennick moved up too, just because. And we'll finish up the rest of these silly schmucks. I say that a lot, don't I? I didn't start saying that a lot until recently, but I like the word schmuck. It's a good word to use when you really don't like someone, but you don't want to be crass and vulgar about it at the same time. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I do my best to keep these videos clean with regards to I try to avoid swearing. I tend to do it, actually, believe it or not, a fair bit in my day-to-day life, but I like to keep these as viewer-friendly as possible to a certain extent. I'm not going to say it's not going to slip out occasionally. I mean, it already has at least once or twice, I'm pretty sure, so I apologize for that. I could edit it out, yeah, but that requires effort, and I'm lazy, so. I know a lot of other friends of mine that do some YouTube recording are in the same ballpark. They try to avoid going out of their way to be vulgar or anything like that, so I'm just going to continue that trend. I find it to be more enjoyable in the long run anyway, because Lord knows I need to quit doing that quite so much anyway. It was a big problem for me in my youth, and I actually have a very good friend of mine who is very much Not a fan of the fact that I used to swear a lot more when I was younger, and he would repeatedly just scold me or even physically hit me when I would do it because he didn't like it very much. He doesn't do that anymore, but you can still tell it bothers him, so I do my best to avoid doing it in his presence also. And if I have that kind of respect for him, I should at least have that kind of respect for you guys, the viewers, because you're the ones who are watching my content, even though, by all accounts, should you be? Like, come on, this is terrible stuff. I don't put a terribly enormous deal of effort into these videos, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. I don't spend hours every week editing. I don't spend a lot of effort on just quality control, so to speak, and I'm sorry if that's upsetting to some of you. I don't mean to be the kind of guy that doesn't put effort into stuff, but quite frankly, I just don't have the time right now. Between a full-time job and trying to take care of everything on my own. I do live with someone, but because the two of us are so busy, we rarely have time to take care of a lot of things on our own, so... And the time that we do have is spent cleaning up and getting everything in order and all that fun jazz, so... if this were something that I had the ability to do in my... Or something I'd be able to do without having to just use my very sparse free time... Like, say, for example, if I made this my job, I'd certainly put a lot more effort into it, but I'm not anywhere near close to that, and quite frankly, I don't even know that I would enjoy that in the long run. I'd get tired after a while, so I do this for fun because I've been thinking, if you've watched since the beginning of my videos, like some of you have, this is something I do for fun. It is a very nice outlet, a nice creative outlet that Lord knows I was lacking beforehand. But I feel like if I decided to start making that more of a job, then I wouldn't enjoy it. Because I found that even with things that I'm passionate about, as soon as it turns into a job, I don't like it as much. And that's really sad, because I don't want that to necessarily be the case. But that's just how it ends up happening. We're going to go ahead and shine this guy. Shine him in the face with some light, which I'm sure is going to blind his giant, stupid eye. You would think that would have some kind of profound impact on him, considering he's a dark magic. He's this giant eyeball, and I'm shining a bright light in his face. There we go, some magic, some skill. We'll have Myrrh take out this sorry sod. In fact, I might need to get him, or get her, rather, healed up really quick. So why don't I let Loot off the chain so she can get over here and take care of that. I'll just have her come over here and mend up Myrrh now that she's got almost double what she started with for hit points. And we will sick her on these suckers. Now I gotta be careful. Those Malduins are just like warriors that are basically on horseback. They can wield bows as well as axes. It's not gonna be a problem for Myrrh because she's got the Philly shield, but... Alright, let's go ahead and get everybody else into position, including all of my beefy dudes. Actually, I could put Garrick right in front of them and let him Steel Blade everybody. Oh, that's a Sword Slayer. Holy crud. I am glad I noticed that before stuff got really nasty. Well, I'm going to go ahead and Brave Sword this guy before he has a chance to retaliate. Hopefully I don't miss. There we go, I got him. That would have been really nasty if I hadn't noticed that. He would have gone straight for Garrick and landed a nasty hit on him. Or, heaven forbid, I put Erica in range. Yeah, she'd have been in a bad way, too. That would have been really nasty. So, I'm glad I dodged that bullet. Go ahead and put Nami in range here. I need to give her some more bow experience, but one thing at a time. I'm going to send Molder this way. And again, I don't know why I brought Rennick, but... So we got a lot of... You'll notice the Cyclops make the sound of armored units when they move, which is pretty funny. They're the closest thing the monsters have to an armored unit. They're not considered armored, I don't believe, but they're very, very tanky. Tons of hit points, really good defenses, and they hit like a truck. But they're also incredibly slow. Yes, get at me, you silly fools. I might break my Brave Sword. I'm not going to break it, but I'm going to put a lot more uses on it than I would have liked. That's okay. Believe it or not, you can actually buy more of these in the post-game, which is funny. Skill, speed, resistance. Hey, double digits in every stat now. Gotta love it. This should get Garrick to or S rank with swords. Then he can start pulling Adhuma on people. And that will be awesome. That will allow him to utterly decimate just about anything he goes up against. And a free vulnerary that I don't need. Bye. Yep, they're all going for him, even though he's got a freaking brave sword. I don't really know what their reasoning for that is. They could have probably gone for a more juicy target, as opposed to the man, the myth, the legend himself over here, but what the heck do I know? Throwing javelins. Yeah, you're so cool. Gotta love them javelins. That is what it is. Alright, why don't we take this sucker down real quick with a silly silver lance. It's pretty sad that a promoted gargoyle still only has 24 hit points. If you don't have HP in the 30s by this point, you're doing something wrong. We're going to have Cormag fly off and get healed, I think, real quick. Or restored, whatever it is. In fact, I can have Loot walk up and just heal him real quick. The poison's going to wear off soon anyway. Yeah, that should be fine for now. And we're going to let Loot go on, or not Loot, we're going to let La Rochelle go on a little bit of a tirade here. There's that ugly mother. If I can crit him, that'd be cool. Nope, I guess not. But I could have La Rochelle be danced for. And that would be nice, but she's a little too far away for that. I guess I'll let Myrrh finish him off then. Or I can let Myrrh take out the bigger one with one hit. Yep, Divine Fire is the best method of destroying things that are in your way. As is always the case, I think. I'm hard-pressed to think of a situation where Divine Fire isn't a good solution to problems, but... And now Myrrh is effectively unkillable with 32 defense and 28 resistance. That's incredible. Yeah, we're almost there. We're going to go ahead and pull a Silver Blade out on this sucker. Even with Garrick and with a Silver Blade, I'm only doing 22 damage to that sucker. So that should give you an idea of just how tanky they are. Their resistance is abysmal, but they're very solid defense-wise. Speaking of very solid defense-wise. 16 defense. Normally he's a little tougher than that by this point in the game, but I will take what I can get. Speaking of tanky, we'll move Sir Gilliam up here, since he can take an absolute beating. And might have to before the end of this. But that's alright. We'll get everybody moved up here. This will be a little slow going, just because there's a lot of ground to cover, and my blob of units isn't moving as quickly as they think they probably should be. Oh, jeez, I didn't mean to do that. I was going to check range on that thing. Well, everybody gets a free heal as I pop one of my uses of Fortify. I mean, whatever. I guess it tops everybody off real quick, but that's still annoying. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Things happen. It's not going to heal everybody. It's not going to fully heal up Tana down there, but I don't even think she's hurt. Has she gotten hit yet? I doubt it. Lol. Tiny Dragon Girl laughs at you as she breathes fire in your face and melts you in a single hit. Seriously, Myrrh's amazing. Look at this. She's going to cap defense. Probably next level, even. And this guy's going for Garrick, and he's going to regret that very soon. I don't think Garrick is likely to crit and kill him, but... Nope, not so much. Almost one-rounded that silly Cyclops. There we go. That's going to be S rank in swords for Garrick, so now he can use Alhuma. That'll be good. Oh, you jerks with your javelins. Notice how the water is like purple in the background. It's really sickly looking. Probably as a result of the Demon King blood situation. Thankfully, this Draco zombie does not move from his perch there. Otherwise, that would be really, really nasty. We'll send Cormag back into the fray. Now that he's all healed up. Still poisoned for another turn or two, I think. But, again, it's not going to be that detrimental to him. Since he's already capped his strength, he's going to have to level up speed, defense, and resistance, too. Nice. I will take that. Let's make sure these guys aren't wielding bows. Actually, they would look different if they had bows. So, disregard that. Fun fact, the Draco zombies actually can attack from 1-2 range, so it's another reason why, if you could pull the glitch off and give Myrrh Wretched Air, she can attack from distance, too. So that's a nice little added bonus. Again, that Wretched Air is nowhere near as powerful as her Dragonstone, but it does allow her to continue fighting. Her Dragonstone is effectively a legendary weapon, if you think about it. Wretched Air is basically just like a regular old weapon, although it does ignore defense, so there's that. Speaking of Myrrh, let's let her continue to rampage on these silly Cyclops. Since they're incapable of even hurting her, and she decimates them in a single blow. As long as one of them doesn't have like a dragon axe or something, that would suck. Even then, I think she'd be fine with how tanky she is. She's about to cap defense, so there's that. Let's let La Rochelle deal with this other nonsensicalness here. Again, I want to get her light magic ranking up, if at all possible. I like her a lot more as a combatant as opposed to a healer, even though she's also very good at that. And we're going to let Garrick have an axe this time around because he doesn't need any more sword experience. Let Ross up here with a silver axe. Gilliam will be down here with his iron blade. Is Erica? Yeah, it is. She'll be fine as it is. Put Nami down here in the woods. Well, everyone's fully healed now, thanks to Molder, but it is what it is. Once we clear the Cyclops up on the range here, I think we're going to be in a better situation. We'll be able to kind of push forward at a more even keel, so to speak. Go ahead and Iron Blade on Franz, too, just to be on the safe side. Of course, they're still going for Myrrh for some silly reason. The one thing capable of utterly decimating them. I guess you do what you gotta do. Another level up for her. There we go, that's cap defense for Myrrh. She's effectively got 35 defense, which is even higher than Gilliam's capable of reaching. Actually, he can if he uses Vidofner. If he uses Vidofner, he can get exactly 35 defense. So, tied for the tankiest thing in the game, as far as I'm aware. More speed, more strength. 15 speed's not too shabby for a giant freaking dragon. Another antitoxin that we don't need. Probably could have held on to that instead of the sword, but... Oh, jeez. Alright. And there's a crit shine. Nice. I like it. That's a level up for La Rochelle. That would have been really bad if that hit her, too. Wouldn't have killed her, but it would have been dang close. And silly Death Goyle's going for the beast that is Cormag down here. As he crits them with a blade to the face. Did he reach B rank in swords, by the way? I totally missed that. Sadly, B rank's kind of a... Oh, crap. Okay, so Reeve moves. That's not cool. I didn't know he moved. Ow. Well, thankfully he didn't crit my face off, but that still sucked. More Death Goyles. We're going to pull back a little bit. I'm not ready to deal with him just yet. I mean, I probably could, but... I could probably throw Tana in there and have her wreck him. Yeah, even if she got crit, she wouldn't die. And I could pretty darn near kill him in a single hit. You know what? Yeah, I'm sick of looking at his face. Why don't we go ahead and clear him out? If I crit, he's dead. Or pierce, even. If I pierce, I'm pretty sure he's dead, too. There's the crit. Bye, Reeve. Nice knowing you, pal. You're too late to stop it. Yeah, okay, whatever. At least he's out of the way now. I don't have to deal with him anymore. Now, again, I do not believe the Draco Zombie is going to move. simply because that would be utterly ridiculous if he moved off of that throne when the goal is to seize the gate. Just in case Tana doesn't have enough HP, so I'm gonna get her out of there just in case he does move. Again, I'm 99% certain he doesn't, but I don't want to take the risk right now. So let's heal up Cormag while we get Tana the heck out of dodge. I'll move them both back next turn. I guess Lute has been relegated to healer duty. She's not getting very good level ups after she hit promotion for some reason, and that's starting to bug me a little bit. But at any rate, let's go ahead and park La Rochelle here, since she can handle those guys with no problem. At least I sincerely doubt she'll have any problems. I'm going to leave Molder around just in case, though, because, well, I don't need her getting turned to stone when she's got the frickin' Restore Staff. That would be incredibly silly and annoying, and I would not like that very much. And let's go ahead and get everybody pushed up here. You know what? Yeah, that should do it. Silver Bow is good. That being said, we are going to contend with the remainder of these silly forces. There's not that many left, I guess. I probably would have overdid it. But at any rate, we'll deal with the rest of them in the next episode, where we will conclude Chapter 20 and move on to the final chapter. So until then, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you for the conclusion of Part 20. Until then, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.